Alright, welcome back. So, today's video, I actually had found a Rototiller, and this one actually looks to be fully complete. I don't see anything missing on it, just looking at it. The only thing I had to do before this video started is I actually had to put 2 carriage bolts in. These 2 were missing, obviously, but it was luckily everything else was there. So that was the only thing I really had to add to it. So yeah, this one looks completely different from the Rototiller I had a couple weeks ago, or a couple videos back. This one it obviously is an upright. I mean, obviously all of them are. They have it has like a lever here if I want to basically plow as I'm tilling at the same time, or make a I don't know if they call it a ditch, not necessarily a ditch, but like a row. But this one looks to be fairly complete. I'm assuming it was just tossed out because the person didn't use it. I don't see anything visually. The one thing I am going to be hesitant to do is check the oil. So what I'll do first, before trying to start it, is just do a preliminary check. I'll check the oil. It's probably it has a little bit of gas in it. Look, I know the cap a little bit. I saw it was a little wet around the cap, so maybe the cap has an issue, but if you cover it, it should be fine. And the oil, all right, it's good. So I got a little worried, but yeah, I could see that it's right at the threads towards the top. So it's not like it's coming out, but it's literally at the threads, which is good. Plenty enough for testing. Probably a little dark. Could always probably use an oil change. I know a lot of people don't change the oil, so I'll do that as long as it obviously runs good. And then spark plugs, it looks like it's intact. It looks like everything's pretty much there. I don't see anything wrong with it. Underneath, let's see if I can I have you on the tripod, but underneath looks to be okay. I mean, it's dirty. It's been used, so it's brand used, as they say. So yeah, it looks like everything's there. So what I'll do in this video, I'll go ahead and I'll just get it started. Obviously, if it starts and stays running, I'll let it run for like a couple minutes, and then yeah, just make sure everything looks to be intact with it. I mean, everything looks to be there. And then if anything, I actually do have some tilling I need to do in my garden, because I'm going to start planting soon anyways. So I could also try it out. I won't drag this one too long. I'll make this one a relatively shorter video. But yeah, it looks like it's your standard Briggs. Here, I'll drop down the camera just so you guys can get a better view of it. Older model, but it is complete. It basically has your choke position here, on or choke on, choke off. Actually, choke and then a run, so when you have it fully running. This is bent a little bit, so I see this part is just a little bent. It's not going to interfere with anything. The bottom the bottom metal piece that covers it looks like it's just a little bent, so something might have been on it, but that's okay. It might have been stored that way too. Then you have your off, idle, and then your fast. It looks like everything is working, so it doesn't seem like anything's not working. There goes the lever where it actuates back here. You can kind of see it where my finger is. So depending on what position you want, choked, not choked, run, off. And these, I think they use the air filter on it is actually the standard air filter that they use on the Quantums. So it's the exact same size. It's just like a square. So I guess we could check that next. Let me just get just to look at the condition of the air filter here. I'll zoom up the tripod. Let me just get a flat head. Grab one here. Hopefully this isn't too big of a flat head, but it shouldn't be. And also it has bolts on it, so if need be, you could always just use a ratchet with a socket on it. And there goes the cover. So as you can see, it's got the standard Briggs. It pulls in air from the front of the cover right there, and basically just pulls it over the actual air filter on it. And what I'll do now is I'll just look at the condition of it. Not horrible. Doesn't look like this thing has many hours. I mean, it was used, but like tapping it, I don't see any dust or anything. I mean, it's just a little dusty here and there, but looks to be fine for at least testing. So worst case scenario, I can always just I could always just, you know, if it doesn't start, give it a little help maybe it just sat for a while. Somebody didn't want to mess with it anymore, or they had a problem starting it, so they're like, you know what, I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to throw it to the curb. So what I'll do here, I'll tighten this back up. We'll try to test it out. If it doesn't start, I'll go ahead and I'll just loosen this back up, and I'll give it some starting fluid if I need to. It plugs in, so it plugs good. So yeah, so we'll test it outside here. I just kind of had it here for a second. Let me just go ahead and roll it out. I'll try to set it up here. Hopefully it's not too windy today. But what I'll do is I'll set it up over here, and then we'll run it for a little bit if it does start and run. And I'll see if the tines and everything works on it. So we'll see in a second here. It is a pretty heavy duty machine. I mean, it's pretty much metal. So, alright. So what we'll do here is, I know these don't have a primer obviously, so what we'll do here is I'll put it to the fast, and I will choke it fully, and I'll see how many pulls it starts. I'll try a bunch of pulls, because it might not start the first time, so we'll do that and see how it fires off, and then, yeah, run it for a little bit. One, that is on fast, that is on choke. Two. Alright, 3. It is on choke. We'll put it to the middle. Alright. So it did fire off and kick. It just didn't want to stay running now. It does have fuel. It might just be where it's not pulling it fully. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and start it again. So it looks like it is a runner. As you can see though, it runs better on half choke than obviously off of choke. So it probably has a partially clogged carburetor. So it does run, does need probably cleaning. These are the older style brakes, so they actually have a tube from the actual carburetor that sits in the bottom here that kind of just siphons it up the tube. So yeah, these sometimes do take a little bit of time to fire up. You have to basically pull it a couple times and then eventually it'll pull up the fuel. But it is a runner though. I know it's gonna it's gonna need a carb clean, but I think for right now I do want to just try it out. So what I'll do is in the next video here, I'll try it out. We'll see if it'll actually till some ground. I'll throw some fresh dirt and then mix it in and see how it operates. But yeah, I just want to make this a quick like introductory type video. So yeah, as you can see, it works fine. The cable on it engages. It seems like everything looks to be okay. It's just the full run, obviously it starts surging a little bit, as you can hear in the beginning and now. So what I'll do is I'll fill it up with a little bit more fuel. I won't keep too much fuel in this, and then, you know, in the future I could always just tear it down, pull the carb out, clean it out. So not too much work, but yeah, for today I just wanted to kind of test it and try it out on the next video. So stay tuned and we'll test it out on the next video, and I'll check you guys out on the next one. Take it easy.